Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. So this is a Fiat 238e van, and I used to have a camper van built on the same platform. It had the cab, and then at the back there was the camper bodywork. So this is Fiat's very first front wheel driven van. It has running units of the Autobianchi Primula, so front transverse engine with the gearbox on the left of the engine, and it's a very good van. Front transverse leaf spring at the front and torsion bars at the back. Fantastic road holding, originally with a 1200cc engine of the Fiat 124, then it was upgraded to a 1438cc engine on the 238e. And actually the ambulances already had a 1400 engine, even in the Mark 1. The 238e is a facelifted version with this black grille at the front. This is actually a late Fiat 238e with a long radiator, because this is an advertising vehicle for this shop here that sells bicycles in Zerobranco. Very nice vehicle. This is the very last model. You can see it has the long radiator in a single piece, and it's easily recognizable by this lower part of the grille here. The one I had was a 238e with the black spectacles, let's say, but it still had the two-piece radiator, upper and lower element, and it didn't have that grille right there above the bumper, only the small metal grille under the plastic. So it only had this extra grille here, because the original version had a large rectangular grille and normal headlamp surrounds. So, but it had the same interior. The passenger seat lifts up, folds down, lifts up, and there's the bonnet, the engine compartment. The engine's there, and the gearbox is under the driver's seat. So it's a pretty noisy van. They never made a diesel version. Very nice van, great road holding. This one also has a better heating, van heating, because it has a separate heating radiator here at the front, under that small grille there, above the radiator grille. Instead, the one I had, the one with the two separate radiators, the upper half of the radiator is also the cab heating radiator. I can assure you it's a very warm place. Let's have a look at the back. Sadly, the Achilles heel of the Fiat 238 is corrosion, rust. And this van, which is kept outside as an advertisement, is suffering from Fiat 238 rust, which they always rust in the same places. I remember rebuilding the floor of mine on the near side, so on the right side, and I stuck a screwdriver right through the floor before rebuilding it. Yes, it's seen better days. I photographed this a few years back, and it was looking much better. The problem is that, being an advertising vehicle, it doesn't move, and it sits and it gathers water. Maybe they do move it every now and again. Here we can see the fantastic loading space inside. Very spacious van. Spare wheels here. On the camper van it was on the roof. And it's the usual jumble of bits and pieces. So these tail lights were also used on the Fiat 900e rear engine van. It's a very nice van. It entered production in 1965, if I don't remember badly, and it stayed in production until 1983, when the short wheelbase Fiat Talento entered production, which is a short wheelbase version of the Fiat Ducato. This is another, right there in front of the mudguards, that's another part where it rots like heck. And this is a later model. It actually has a lock even on the passenger door. Mine didn't have it. And this grille here, this is the air intake for the engine. So in summer, there's a pipe. In summer it takes the air from outside, and in winter you turn a lever and it takes the air from inside the engine compartment. here, when you see these fins, these are the cooling fins for the radiator expansion tank, which are in this small, under that small lid there. So that's not a glove compartment. That's where your radiator tank is. The header tank of the radiator and your radiator cap. Apart from that, it's really a very nice my regatta in the background. Single speed windscreen wipers, nicely curved windscreen that lets the water flow away well. This van has anyway been very well restored. It's not got any rust on the drip rails. Usually the drip rails are absolutely rotten. The problem is down here, so I hope they'll do something about it if they want to. Even this is a point that rusts. I know every single rust point of this van. It's fantastic. Okay, very well. So that's the Fiat 238e van. As I was saying, it was used, just a second, light turn round. Get a better view from over here. These were used as ambulances. Ambulances generally had a raised roof section and they could corner very, very fast. The weight's all on the front axle. I remember you could corner these on 3 wheels with the rear wheel lifting up. Fantastic vans. Fiat 238. Even the camper van had a higher bodywork. In a side wind, it held the road like a glove. It was like on rails. A fantastic van, absolutely. So we'll get it from over here. Get a good view. And that's the Fiat 238e. Very last model, end of production for you. And cheerio. And see you next time. Ciao, ciao.